TI é uma catalisadora entre inovação patrocinada publicamente e a indústria. E é uma enorme demonstração de paixão dos suíços pela manutenção da inovação, como qualidade nacional em seus níveis mais vigorosos. De novo, a Suíça apresenta várias soluções. E agora eu quero mostrar para você uma que está na comissão para tecnologia e inovação. E agora eu estou aqui com o doutor Lutz, ele que também é professor e é vice-presidente da Comissão para Tecnologia e Inovação da Suíça. Good morning.
Good morning.
You are also president for startup and entrepreneurship.
Yes, I'm responsible at the Federal Commission for Innovation Promotion, CTI, for the startup area and the entrepreneurship area.
That's very good. What's your background?
My background is civil engineering and mathematics, and I'm a professor of medical technology here at the University of Bern. So we basically, in the past, we have started a lot of medtech companies out of my lab, and I'm working part-time since 13 and a half years at CTI in different positions, heading since about 2.5 years this domain startup and entrepreneurship.
2.5 years
Yeah.
you were from this commission.
Yes, but before I was working in the divisions for R&D, where we do matchmaking between the higher education laboratories at the universities, technical high schools, University of Applied Sciences, and small and medium-sized enterprises in Switzerland, where we also co-fund research projects.
Okay, this commission is federal commission, right?
This is a federal commission, yes.
Okay, the government pays all the bill.
Yes and no. The government pays all the bills, usually of the higher education institutions and projects, while the matching funds come from the industry. So we are not directly supporting the industry in our projects. In the startup domain, we have 4 important things. First of all, we do professional procedural coaching, so we coach by a network of several entrepreneurs, our startups in Switzerland, for up to 3 years. Next, we have about 70-something courses with more than 4,000 participants throughout Switzerland in different levels to raise entrepreneurship throughout the science community. Then we have a private partner, a private-public partnership, which is CTI Invest, where we have a matchmaking between investors and the startup companies. And the fourth part of our activities is that we support the ecosystem of innovation for startups throughout Switzerland. So this is what we do, but again, we do not pay directly the startup companies.
But you told me 3 years of coaching.
Yeah.
But this is the whole program, or it depends on which company? If you don't need 3 years, or this is the program?
The coaching depends on the status of the company and on the sector. So let's talk about life science companies. Just recently we had a few triple million exit in the life science area, pharma companies, and they were even successful 6 years after our 3 years coaching. So to do the clinical studies takes a very long time. While ICT companies, social network-based companies, these companies can be ready much earlier. But in general, very successful companies need quite some time to be built up before they start to grow and get. In our process, we have currently a little bit less than 300 companies. So we are in the coaching process. The last year we, I think, registered about 100 plus companies extra. So every year we register currently a bit more than 100 companies, new ones. It's for me a bit difficult to compare at this point in time, but on the one hand we have really excellent higher education institutions. I think most of the universities are among the top 100 universities. So we create a lot of excellent research results, and with these ideas come, and some of those have an entrepreneurial nature and try to transfer those results. Maybe it's a Swiss culture to provide solutions for problems. And we have history on that in Switzerland.
And what's your major goal for the next 5 or 10 years? I mean, I'm talking about the CTI goal.
I mean, we think in 4-year periods, and being 61, I guess I will not run this for long, so not 10 years. But yeah, what are the goals? We need to probably be even more international, since this is a completely global innovation business. Competition is international. The second thing is, I told you that in some sectors, and these are quite some important sectors, medtech, biotech, for Switzerland, the growth takes place many years after our certification. So we are thinking about a special growth program where we take the best companies which got our certification and try to help them during this growth process. The reason is simply that the gross national product should have a positive effect from the startup. So we don't want only exit, but what we also like to see is that we create employees, workspaces, etc.
Good.
And we have some of them, but we could have more.
Dr. Lutz, it was so great to be here with you this morning and talk to you. I really learned a lot of things here, and thank you for your cooperation, thank you for your job, and thank you for everything you are done for this country and for the world.
Thank you very much for coming to Switzerland, all over the ocean, and I hope you enjoy your trip here and we meet one day in Brazil.